Okay, it's really becoming real, lads. We're moving on to the next chapter here. Adrian Newey, we all know the wizard behind the curtain at Red Bull. He's obviously left, and Lord knows there must be some insane drama and fights that have happened at Red Bull this year. For Adrian Newey not to show up for the remaining races when the guy would be under contract. In fact, he's probably still getting paid by Red Bull. Now, of course, we don't know the whole contract, but that could easily happen here, lads. So, what is the news? Dan Fallows has stepped down from his role at Aston Martin as the technical director. So I'm just checking out the column here, lads. And they say the team say he will stay within the group. He joined in April 22, played a key role in their growth and development, which included the team taking 8 podiums with Alonso last year. The team's technical department has swelled in recent times as billionaire Stroll marches on with his bid to make the squad a World Championship contending team. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look, we're going to move on to, let's get into the track now and the nitty gritty. But this is huge news. It's just, we've all known he's going to Aston Martin for next year, Adrian Newey. But this is the start. Here we go. The Mike Tyson of engineers is coming in. The Ayrton Senna, whatever you want to call him, the engineers. He's on his way. And he is starting work already. You can be sure of it. There's no two ways about it. And with Adrian Newey and Lawrence Stroll at the wheel, steering the ship here, I think they've got a very, very well-oiled racing team going next year. You've got Fernando Alonso. Now, personally, I think he is the best on the grid right now. He's one of the greatest of all time. You got him in the car. You've got Adrian Newey, and then on top of that, here's where the missing ingredient is for some teams. Lawrence Stroll, the billionaire. He's hands-on. Adrian Newey has gone to Aston Martin because he said that Lawrence Stroll actually shows up at the race at weekends. Now, you'd probably be saying, well, duh, why wouldn't he, right? Well, guys, there's a lot of directors and shareholders and sponsors that are part of these Formula One teams. They don't even show up at the race weekends. They don't get involved in how you doing, Adrian? Do you need more money? What's the progress between that differential that you tried versus the new one? Is it lighter? Is it heavier? What's the downforce like? Is it mechanical better? Is it aerodynamical better? Which one's better? Are we doing better? Have we progressed? Have we found any? Like, this guy's all hands in. All hands on deck. This guy's in the trenches with his soldiers. He's the general, literally digging foxholes with the troops at nighttime. He's on the battlefield. That's the type of guy you want, not the guy who's 50 miles away. You need this guy. And believe you me, with that type of hands-on approach, Adrian Newey knows that he will get the resources behind him. So if they do, now obviously we got the budget cap, but if Adrian Newey needs something, he knows that he's going to be able to rely on his team boss. Because it's not all about Adrian Newey either. You've got to have the driver. You've got to have the mechanics. You've got to have the engineer. But you've also got to have resources on hand. I mean, if you go racing for a couple of years, even if you're in karting or you go up the ladder, you realize this really bloody fast. You can't go around knocking on the same race tires for 4 race weekends. Okay? They start to wear out. You need the equipment on hand. But Adrian Newey knows that if he needs to go to the well, as they say, he'll be able to go to the well and draw out some water. So, guys, we've a very short break coming up for winter, which is great because we're almost straight back into it again. And my Lord, I think Aston Martin is probably going to be the team to beat next year.